and welcome back, or perhaps welcome for the very first time to the Prodigy Student Table. We're thrilled to kick off a new chapter. This is episode 2, moving beyond the classroom to bring you an ever richer perspectives on the study abroad journey. Join us as we chat with the talented team at Prodigy Finance. We connect with our inspiring alumni who are making waves around the world and hear from other experts who know the ins and outs of international education. Pull up a chair and let's talk study abroad. My name is Cyndi and I am the host of the show. And today I am so excited to welcome my colleague Jackie, who works in the university relations team at Prodigy Finance, and her lovely guests from the Indian Students Association at ASU, Arizona State University. So welcome everybody to the show. Super excited to have you here.
Thank you so much, Cyndi, for that very warm welcome. And I'm very excited to be here to talk about everything student clubs in the US and to be learning more about our amazing guests, Pratham, Vaishnavi, and Yugand. So thank you so much. And I think I'd like to open it up to our 3 amazing guests to please introduce yourselves and tell us who you are, where do you come from, what are you studying at ASU, and how long you've been at ASU?
Yeah, so hi guys, I'm Yugand. I'm a current computer science junior at ASU. I'm from Mumbai in India, and it's been like almost 3 years that I've been in the US now. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Vaishnavi, and I'm currently studying computer science, and I'm junior, and I'm also from Mumbai, India, and yeah, I've been here from 3 years now, and yeah, it's been good.
So hey
So,
everyone, my name is Pratham. I'm studying cybersecurity here at ASU, and I've been here. I'm from Mumbai as well, and I've been here in the States for the last 2 years.
do you guys know each other in Mumbai, or did you meet in the US?
Me and Vaishnavi, we didn't know each other.
Yeah, I met them after I came
All
here.
of us met Pratham over here.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wow. And Vaishnavi and Yugand, you both mentioned that you're juniors, and what does that mean?
We are like in the 3rd year of computer science right now. Like it's our 6th semester technically. Third
So
year,
what makes
6th.
you a
Yeah.
senior?
When
The
you
7th
enter your
and 8th
last year,
semester.
yeah, the 7th and 8th sem
So
out of
you,
the 4
Pratham, are you
sems.
also
Yeah.
a junior?
Yeah, so I'm starting my senior year with them next semester.
I think one thing we all want to know is, can you tell us more about the Indian Students Association and what is a student club at a US university and what it is what is the purpose of the ISA?
So basically, Indian Students Association is a cultural club focused on Indian cultural events, as the name says. So what we aim to do is get maximum people who, like, not only Indians but maximum Indians who are all around the campus to come attend our event, and the homesickness that they have of missing out events in India, like suppose like Holi that we had recently. So many students cannot celebrate it over here because there are not many resources. So what we try to do is, there are a lot of students under one roof, so we just try to get them uh, get them to celebrate the event with us, and at the same time they have all sorts of fun that they want. And sometimes we have some different events other than cultural events, like Bollywood nights, where we have Bollywood music, and we always are like, it's like a DJ night, and like people come around, they dance, and we expect, all we care about is crowd engagement and how much do they enjoy. Pratham, I would like you to add
Yeah.
up to it as well.
And I think our main goal of all the events is because we've noticed that a lot of international students come here. They feel like it's a very different, like a community, different cultural experience. So our thing that we do as a club is so that they get a feel of home away from home. And I think we have a good track record of making them feel that way. And like we've always had people like staying up for like 3 to 4 hours at the events, always asking us what kind of events they want, like what they want, and we make sure to listen to them because in the end it's their enjoyment we want. So that's pretty much about what our club is.
Also Indian food at every event.
Oh,
Sounds
that
like
sounds
so much
lovely.
fun. I want to attend one of these events.
You
You
guys are
Well,
should
in
smart.
South
actually,
You
Africa,
should
yeah.
yeah,
attend anytime. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, thank you. 'Cause I know we love Indian food here in South Africa, so I could just imagine how great it must be to have it like with you at ASU. And then can I ask Vaishnavi, how did you get involved in the ISA?
So I've been like in my freshman year, I went to their events, and then I knew Yugant was in the team, so I asked him that how can I join. Then always have a rule that we ask people to volunteer at our events and to join the team. And then I did volunteer for 2-3 events, and then I went to the marketing side and joined as a officer of marketing.
Lovely. And it just sounds like not just the cultural aspect, but being part of the club and the leadership team is also adding to your skills development and your learning in terms of, now doing marketing and leadership
Mhm.
of an organization.
Yeah, and then we do meet people over there and make friends.
Because
Pratha.
friendship is very important, and that
Yeah.
leads me to to mention the theme of today's podcast, which is beyond the classroom and making friends through shared interests. And it's so lovely to hear how the three of you have connected even before you set foot in the US, how you made connections with each other back home and then continued and grew those connections once you arrived in the US. And Pratham, maybe I'll start with you. What were some of the first ways you got involved on campus outside of academics, and how did these experiences help you meet new people?
Uh, I think the main thing I did was attend a lot of events, because when I came here, I think a lot of clubs, what they do here at ASU is they have a bunch of welcome events. So whenever like a student comes here, like new to the campus, including myself, I think I found that I had an event, like I had somewhere to go like every day, and there were like a lot of new people there as well. And I think ISS event was actually the on the day I actually came to campus. So we were celebrating Independence Day. So we started off with that, and bunch of other events by other clubs, and then this event, that event, and maybe then meeting new friends there, or like sometimes the person I met on the first event, I took them with me to the second and the third event, got closer with them there. So all of that kind of got me like involved in making more connections, while at the same time like getting to know more about what kind of clubs are there at ASU, so that I could like join them in the near future as well.
And then, did you do any research while you were back home in India before you arrived?
Not as much actually. That's why I was pretty surprised when I came here, because I had zero knowledge about what kind of clubs were here, what was there. So I think everything was just I got to know as I came here.
Are these clubs organized by students themselves or by the university?
Yeah, they are organized by the students themselves. The university just gives them like support in terms of funding or like logistical.
And then for you, Gant, is that the same experience that you had?
Yeah, basically, but I knew what Indian Students Association was back in India, but I did not know how to get involved, and I didn't know how to join their events. But once I got to know, even I started off with volunteering for uh, the first event that was Republic Day, and I was also always into extracurricular more. I used to focus on my extracurricular more, and because I used to like doing those kind of stuff ever since back in India as well. And yeah, so I joined in as a volunteer, and now I got up to the vice president as of now.
Vice president.
Yeah.
Look at you. How does a student sign up for one of these clubs?
So it's on a website that is an ASU website called Sun Devil Sing. So there are multiple clubs registered on that website. And then you can just search up like there are multiple events showing up on the feed, and at the same time, the club that organizes it. So once you go and RSVP for that event, that's an entry ticket for you to get into the event. So yeah, basically if you have 800 entries, like 800 RSVPs, once the slots are filled, you will just be put on the wait list. And if you want to join the club, then there's this option to technically send a message that you want to join the club, and then you are approved in the club as well on the Sun Devils Inc. itself.
And are there requirements to become a member, or can anybody become a member?
Current students and
Yeah,
alums, I guess.
I think San and
Okay.
some clubs have like other requirements. Some you can just join directly. Some you need to pass like an interview process, and some you need to
Yeah.
volunteer. So they
And you mentioned Sun Devils. What is that?
Sun Devils. So Sun Devils Inc. is the website that I'm talking about, where this all this happens. Sun Devils is the term that is for the Arizona State University students. So that's our tagline. So it basically says Sun Devil. So it's a mascot. I'm not very much clear about it, but if any of you guys have any idea, you can.
It's just if you are attending ASU, you are a Sun Devil. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
All schools kind of have that.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I was at Wits University here in South Africa, we had a kudu, which is a type of buck, like with the big
Yeah.
antlers, and we were called Witsies and with a kudu. Okay, Sun Devils, that's really, really cool. And Vaishnavi, staying with you, when you arrived at ASU, are you able to share a memorable story about a friendship that started through a shared interest or activity at ASU?
so sorry, can you repeat the question?
So when you landed and arrived at ASU, you were new, you did know Uganda, but you were brand new, you needed to make friends. Can you share a story that you remember about a new friendship that you created or made through a shared interest? So something that you and somebody else shared in common, in terms of an interest or an activity.
So when I landed, like after some time, we had like our welcome events, and then after that, it was my first day of class, and I was not with my friends. Like we all had other different classes, and then I met some friend. Like I made some friends in my first day of class over there. So it was it was a engineering introduction to engineering class, and we had to make like a robot over there. So I made some friends over there.
When I first started in first year, there was like quite a few, like almost hundreds of people in my first year. So it's quite scary and daunting being new. I can imagine being in a new country, not knowing anyone, and how it must be nerve-wracking for you to have to like make friends. So that's a really nice story. And you guys, in terms of navigating being in a new country, how did you navigate the cultural differences when building friendships with people from different backgrounds? So obviously it's not just people from the US, but it's a global campus. So how did you navigate that?
It was not very difficult for me to navigate through the cultural aspect of making friends from different groups. So not only Indians, but also I can say American or some other country as well. So uh, basically, so my first class, the same one as Shia, like all freshmen have that class, that FSE 100 or 101. So we had the same class. So I was a mechanical major back then. So I had a different project. So I had my teammates, all of them were from different countries. So we started we started up together, and then we started talking, and then we used to meet at some cafe, and we used to do work on that project, and sometimes in the class as well. And that's how at every different class I made different friends, and that's how my friend circle with different people and different culture, different countries, that grew. And I guess it's pretty good right now, and I have a lot of friends from various other countries, Americans, some are from um, Middle East, some are from Canada, a lot of different people, and it's really fun to know how much diverse culture over here is as well. So it's not only like they will not include you, but they always try to include you. But it's always like once you approach them, once you talk to them, you'll get to know how it is to be friends with them. So that's gonna be technically easier for you to make friends as well.
If I may ask any one of you guys this question, actually all of you, I mean, being in this association, you know what students kind of struggle with the most in terms of cultural shock. What is that from your experience? What is the one thing that most Indian students who are coming, leaving India, coming to the US, what is their, the biggest culture shock for them?
Food?
Yeah, I think food is a thing into it as well. And
I'm
I think in
sure.
terms of cultural shock is that like the way everything is celebrated here, the way like all the festivals, holidays are here are completely different than how it is in India. So it's like it's not an objective bad or good thing, but it's just like it's different. So
How's it different?
because I think like in India, like whatever festival we have, like it's Diwali or something, we celebrate that like in a very vivid way. We have like get together with like a lot of people. We have
Mm.
food, we share it, and then we like we hang out a lot, and all of that is like a bit different experience here. So they kind of do that's I think the main culture shock that you were talking about. Uh, but I think they do kind of get used to that here gradually as well.
Anybody else?
I feel, and then main, you have family over there, and yeah, but then yes,
Homesickness.
yeah.
Sickness.
For
So
me,
then,
it's gonna
is
be
it a lot of
food.
food?
Mm.
So then, with your family, is it a lot of like video calls on WhatsApp, or how do you stay connected
Yeah,
with your friends and family back home?
video calls.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's ridiculous for me as
Video
well.
calls once in a while, and with my family every day
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Nice to see.
outside.
I think my question, I'm going to open it up to all of you, and it goes along similar lines into what Cindy's just asked. Incoming Indian students or any international students that are coming in for fall 2025, what advice would you have for new students who are shy or nervous about putting themselves out there socially, but just in general, not just socially, but what advice would you have for them to settle in as quickly as possible?
I feel try to get involved in as many clubs you can, because it's a great way to find friends, connect with people, and yeah.
Yeah, I think I would just add up on it. Like, I agree with that as well. And just, I would say just not shy away from like, just not being like settling for maybe this or that. Just like trying to get more out of it as they can, or being like events or programs here on campus. Because ultimately, even if it's just academic programs, you do end up meeting people there. So it will help you, like socially as well. So I think that it would be some advice I would give him, like adding on to Vaishnavi's topic.
Yeah, even
Beautiful.
I feel the same. Yeah, that's what is more important to do than just not staying quiet and just letting it go with the flow. But sometimes
Yeah.
take the first approach as well. You never know which might be useful.
And, building on that, as international students with your families back home, when you have like long breaks, like long holidays, what do you do during that time? Because, besides the international community, a lot of, I'm assuming, of your students and your friends leave to go back home for those holidays, but some people stay on campus. How do you manage those breaks where people are away? Do you find jobs? Do you do any hobbies? So, what do you do when it's holiday
I'm the friend who goes back, so these guys are
time?
free to answer.
So, as soon as like the last day of exams, you finish, you just get on a flight and you go back home.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I try to do that as well.
I was here last summer. Yeah, I had a on-campus job, so I used to go there, and then I was also working at a robotics research lab, so I used to go there.
That's awesome. And then these kinds of opportunities, do you find them through ASU?
Yeah. Yeah,
Lovely.
for research, keep emailing your professors for opportunities, volunteering, and for student jobs, there's a student web like Workday to apply jobs. So yeah, from there.
Well, that's very good to know, Vaishnavi. And you, Pratham?
Yeah, I think that would work as well. Like, wait just a second. Yeah, I just lost it. Could you repeat the last few seconds, please? I miss out of it.
I want to know what are you doing during the holidays? Are you going back home or are you gonna stay?
This holiday, I'm staying here. I have a job for like 2 months here. Last holiday, I went back home, and I'm looking forward to going back this summer as well.
Okay, so can you tell us what kind of job are you doing and how did you find it?
So I'm part of like a program made for a Barrett Math department here during the summer. But I think I applied through the portal as well, but I reached out to all the program made managers like through email, try to like talk to them about it. So that before the interview itself, I had like gotten close to them and talked to them about it. So that kind of gave a good impression to stick and a good reference for the job as well.
Oh, it's amazing. And then in terms of staying connected and like finding things on campus, do you often leverage your network in terms of your friends and peers? So if it is to find a job or to do something during the summer, do you leverage the friendships that you've made?
Yeah, I think definitely. Just with friends and with professor as well, I think those connections do kind of help out, like in the future, whether it's like something related to job or any help whatsoever. So I think it's pretty good to have.
How do you guys find the time? You are I've got so much going on. You students in these awesome programs. You work. You've got a lot going on, and then you are also running this student association. Like, how do you manage?
I
Or
mean,
what is
that's
the
what
secret?
we signed up for. So
Yeah, exactly.
basically, it's not like it's a lot of time to put in. So apart from academics, like for the student club, on an hour or like a week, you can 4 to 5 hours if you can manage. That's good enough for you to run a student club with good number of people joining your events as well. So it's not that hectic of a job, but sometimes it does get. That's like when the event is the near date of the event. So like if the event's tomorrow, your day before is gonna be really busy scheduling,
Know all
logistics,
about
everything.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many people typically attend an event?
Last event it was like 3,000, right?
Yeah, I think
What?
It was for,
Wow.
yeah.
yeah. It was
All
like
Indian students or
there
Well,
were
yeah.
There were
mix,
like,
yeah, like maximum
yeah.
Indians, 90% Indians, 10% um different
rest of
students
world?
as well. Yeah.
That's
Hmm.
nice. So 3,000 is a lot.
That is
Yeah, we had the
crazy.
whole field booked.
Yeah.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
amazing.
And like you're talking about these amazing events, and Cindy's asked about culture shocks. What is your favorite thing about being in the US and particular in Arizona?
I think I like how cold it gets during the winters here. Like, I
Does
don't
it
think I'll.
snow in
Especially
Arizona?
Yeah,
Mumbai, right?
yeah.
It's super hot all the time.
People will agree with me on that, but I've been here every winter that since I've came here, and like I really enjoy that. I think it's kind of peaceful.
Does it snow or is it like a
Well,
dry cold?
dry cold,
Okay,
yeah.
it's a dry cold. Okay. And you, Vaishnavi?
I think I like the heat more. Yeah, yeah,
Same.
yeah, because I can't with with the cold.
Is that your favorite part about Arizona?
The
I
weather.
feel, yeah, I feel everything, the people around here, and then the ASU has an open campus, so I like that also. Yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Mhm.
And you good? You good?
For me, it's like uh, I don't like too hot and neither too cold. So I am where it is right now. So it's a good weather right now. And also, I'll speak about the opportunities that you have over here. So you have a lot of opportunities other than I feel my home country. So that's the main reason for everyone to come over here. And the quality of education is even better. And at the end, you make a lot of good contacts. So you might end up with a good job. You might end up with a high salary. And that's what everyone hopes for every time you come to the US. And yeah, basically it's for the opportunities that you have over here.
Mm. What do you plan to do for your future? Are you going to do your masters, guys? What is your plans, if you're willing to share? I mean, none of us know what the future holds, but I'm sure you have some dream company you want to work for. Are you willing to share that with our audience today?
Yeah.
not a dream company as such, but like I wanna work for a few years and then do my MBA in marketing and sales, and yeah, then just see what the future holds for me.
Okay, cool.
And then
You can go.
I'm part of like a +1 program here at ASU as well. So I want to finish my first master's degree here, then move to the East Coast, finish another master's degree, and then preferably stay there itself for a PhD program as well.
Wow,
Sounds
two master's
fantastic.
degrees.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is super
That's amazing.
exciting. Yeah, and we are so excited to see what the future holds for you. I mean, there's no doubt just from listening to this conversation that you're also very intelligent, you're so involved, and most importantly, that you're working so hard to build community. Amongst all of the academia, I think one thing that's really important when studying abroad is this essence of home away from home. You said it beautifully earlier on. And I really just respect that. It means so much to me because I'm the community specialist here at Prodigy, and I'm all about bringing people together and, just connecting. As humans, I think we really meant for that. We built for connection. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure. I know it's super early where you are and you're writing exams. So I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to chat to us today. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you everybody for tuning in to this episode of the Prodigy Finance Student Table. I hope you found this episode insightful. I really did. I did not know what these these societies do, but now I do. And I really understand the importance of it. So I hope that you guys also found value in this conversation today. Stay connected with us and the Prodigy Finance community. You can follow us on socials, and you can also follow IS. ISA on social media. I'm following you guys, by the way. I love your content. But if you have any questions about funding, your global ambitions, you can find out that information on the Prodigy Finance website or via our socials. We look forward to sharing more stories and advice with you in our next episode. So bye, everybody. Safe travels wherever you are, and all the best with your exams, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much for
Bye.
Thank
listening.
you. All right. See you guys.